Alright, so now let's talk about how to do the hair. I think just for the purposes of the length of the video, I'm just going to show how to do like short hair. But I just kind of take some thick pieces because you don't really want the hair to be like stuck flat to the head. And I'm just going to start to press it onto the top of the head until it pretty much covers all the tinfoil in the back and then gives it some dimension in the front too. So like if you're doing a guy or a girl with really short hair, you could just kind of place it on there like this. And then once you have all the back covered, like that looks good enough to me to really make it look like he or she has hair. And then the way I shaped her mouth, she kind of looks like a grandma. What you could do is take a pencil or a pen or this, I don't know, you might be able to take the smaller scissors and you can actually like draw into the hair to give it some texture. The only thing is this Model Magic, it doesn't really carve. You have to kind of more press into it. I think, yeah, that works a little bit better. It's trial and error. So instead of like trying to draw into it, I'm having to just press into it because otherwise it kind of pulls the clay where you don't want it to go. So I would do that all over to give the hair some texture. So I'd do it to the other side and then just be done. You can also do longer hair. So the example that I have in class, what I did was I rolled out the clay, kind of like a snake, and then just cut a bunch of small short pieces and laid it on top. So like I rolled it out like this and I went ahead and made a bunch of them. Just make sure they don't, when you cut them, that they don't touch because then they get stuck together and it's so annoying to deal with. And it seems like a lot of work, but it actually goes pretty quick. And so once you make a bunch of them already cut, and I wouldn't pull them like that because then they get so skinny on one side that they might break off. But once you have a bunch of them, you can just actually lay them on top. If I wanted someone with longer hair. If you want to do longer hair, I would still build up a layer underneath these pieces so that it doesn't look flat on the head. And that way you don't have to do a million pieces to try and cover up like the spaces in between. If you want her to have curly hair, you can just kind of twist the hair and that works well. You can put their hair in a bun. You could do some pieces further down. Oh, I messed up her mouth. Oh, that's funny. Okay, anyway. So, you can do short hair, long hair, hairstyles, a hat. You could do a hat, that's fine. Trying to give you all some options. So you can see I would just keep doing the long pieces, worm-like pieces, all the way around to the back of the head. But you can see how it's starting to come together. So you can do like the short hair, like I showed earlier, where I pressed the side of the scissors into the clay to give it some texture, or you can do like individual pieces like I've just done here. It's best to maybe like let the face dry first before you do this because as you can tell I ended up messing up the mouth a little bit, but that's okay. All right.